The Illawarra Flame Tree is a spectacular specimen well suited to parks and areas such as you see here. In full flower, it drops parts of the flower and forms a carpet, but it's a really spectacular tree. I want to use it to illustrate some of the extended data features of gCADPlus. Well, as a specimen of this particular Brachychiton species in a square near my favourite coffee shop, and I'll zoom out, that's the square. If we focus just on this tree here, it's a specimen of the Illawarra Flame Tree. And let's see if we can capture this image, put it in gCADPlus and add some extended data. To do that, first I would type the R key to give me a top-down view, and I think we should take a snapshot of the whole square and save the image file. So I'm going to click Save the Image File, and that image file can then be imported into gCADPlus. Well, I have started gCADPlus and I've created a drawing just using the base template, and I'll go Format and Images, and we want to load, find and then load that particular image, and we'll insert it into the drawing. We don't have to worry at this stage about scale, we can adjust it later. So I'll say OK, insert some arbitrary point and just draw our image. So what we're interested in doing, if we wanted to later, we could rescale that image, but just for the moment we want to demonstrate this extended data feature. So here's the little coffee shop here. The tree that I'm interested in, which was in full flower recently, is that one there, and we want to put some extended data in it. So we can go to gCADPlus, Extended Data, Store Extended Data. Before we can do that, we need to put some sort of symbology on top. So we'll go Draw and a circle, center radius. Remember, we've taken the top view, and there's now an entity. Well, any entity can have extended data associated with it. So let's store it, and this is what I want to demonstrate. We are asked for the entity type, and if you come down here, is the entity paving, decking, irrigation, furniture, grass, lighting, or species? Well, in this case it's S for species, and that pops up this box. So this species is called the Illawarra Flame Tree. For the moment, we'll just leave the common name there. It grows to a height of about 35 meters. I don't have the Google KLM data at the moment, or GPS coordinate data, but I can find quite easily a link to an image file that will show us the image. But for the moment, we say OK. Input botanical name. So it wants that botanical name. Brachychiton is acerifolius. Don't have to be too fussy, you can fix up spelling errors at a later time, and we'll say OK. Now, in order to show it, remember any user now can be using gCADPlus, be looking at this image file, this drawing, and come down to the status line and turn Entity Data, Show or Hide it. And now as we move the cursor near, up pops that data that we just entered. So it's very easy to add this sort of extended data for all of those types of extra information you want in your drawing. And if we click on the ENT again and move again near it, so it's out of the way. So in order to see it, we click there. There are other opportunities for extended data, to highlight those entities that have got data in the drawing, propagate the data from one symbol. Let's imagine you had a lot of symbols of that species there you could propagate them using a unique symbol. You'd have to not use a circle, but you'd probably have to find a block in that information. So that's the first step. Let's see if we can add to that data. Well, if we come back to the image file earlier, we can in fact get a link to that image. It's from Wikipedia, so we can copy it. Then we need to go back to gCADPlus. We need to pick that image there, that entity there, and we need to use the gCADPlus extended data, store it, pick it, and now we've got information on the URL to the image, so we can paste it. And now at any time, well, let's close from here for the moment, but if we repeat that store data command, do that, up pops the box and click there, and it jumps out to the image. So I hope that convinces you that there are lots of opportunities for linking to all sorts of extended and other external data that's linked to images in your gCADPlus drawing.